How's it going, everyone? Got quite a bit to talk about in this video. A big free PlayStation title has officially shut down for the year. It will be coming back, but we'll talk about it. On top of that, a major free upgrade will be dropping in just a couple days. The PlayStation 5 version of a game that I've talked very highly about on this channel. We'll talk about that. And one of 2023's more under-the-radar titles. I don't know if under-the-radar is fair to say with Atomic Heart, but compared to some of the other major titles of the year, definitely not one of the bigger ones. However, it is getting a new batch of DLC, and on top of that, a new Game Plus mode is dropping as well. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, I've always on this channel talked up Dead Cells. It's a fantastic game. The PlayStation 5 version of Dead Cells is coming to digital storefronts on June 29th, so that is incredibly exciting. Now, Dead Cells isn't like this incredibly technically impressive game. It's got a very throwback art style, so it's not going to be a game that is going to blow you away from a visual standpoint. However, with this PlayStation 5 upgrade, it will be utilizing haptic feedbacks, adaptive triggers, audio feedback, and lighting to take your runs to the next level. Owners of the PlayStation 4 version will be able to upgrade for free. Dead Cells is the kind of game that I can always go back to. If you play the game initially, it might seem a little bit simplistic, but then as you play more, you realize the game has an incredible amount of depth with all of the different weapons, abilities, etc., that you can use throughout the game. It's just very fun to go back and do multiple runs of the game. I should also note that Dead Cells has a catalog of high-quality DLC. Fatal Falls, Bad Seed, The Queen in the Sea, and of course the most recognizable one, Dead Cells Return to Castlevania, that dropped earlier this year and has been received incredibly well, and nice to see, you know, Dead Cells, you could say, its roots came from a game like Castlevania, and Dead Cells definitely a fantastic game. Love the visual style, and it is available on PlayStation Plus Extra, so I believe with the Plus Extra version of the game, you'll get that PlayStation 5 upgrade as well, so that'll be great. And if you have yet to check out the game, you have Plus Extra. Dead Cells is a game that I strongly recommend. It's a fantastic game, and can be pretty addicting, can be a game that takes up a lot of hours of gameplay, so bear that in mind as well. But moving on from that, it was announced over on Twitter, MultiVersus, attention MVPs, reminder that on June 25th at 5 p.m. Pacific time, MultiVersus online features will be disabled as our open beta concludes. Obviously, June 25th has come and gone, and the game is no longer available to play online. I believe if you have the game downloaded, you can still play the game offline and do everything like that. During our hiatus, all unlockable content will be temporarily available for your enjoyment. Once MultiVersus returns for the game's launch in 2024, your account inventory will return to how it was prior to June 25th. So obviously, any of the content you utilize in this offline mode period, you're not going to actually get to keep it once the game does return in its online state. MultiVersus is one of those live service titles that launched like a rocket. Like, it got an insanely high amount of buzz, a huge concurrent player base, but then much like a lot of other live service titles, even if you are having the backing of a lot of major IPs, you know, it fell off quite a bit. Now, once it comes back in 2024, I do think it'll get some reinvigorated interest, and it'll once again not hit that peak that it had with its initial launch, but I do think it'll, you know, surge again. But again, with these live service games, it really does not matter how high your ceiling ultimately is. Your ceiling that you had the first 24 or 36 hours, it is where you stabilize, because that ceiling for 24 to 36 hours, it's just not gonna be sustainable. It never is, it never will be. Outside of very rare instances does a game surpass what its initial 24 to 36 hour peak is, especially when you're talking about a free-to-play title that, you know, has a lot of buzz with people checking it out right out the gate. That's when, you know, online content creators, streamers are producing content for the game, streaming the game. It's getting the most amount of buzz. Again, it's always gonna be where you stabilize. Obviously, rare exceptions like a game like a League of Legends and World of Warcraft expansions, etc., worlds going on with League, those are a little bit different, but for the average free-to-play live service title, it's gonna be a little bit of a difficult undertaking, but I think with the backing of a lot of major IPs, it is gonna have at least some inherent level of interest. It's just gonna be, how do they decide the content rollout? How invested are people gonna be? That is a question that remains to be answered, and we'll see. We'll see in 2024 how this is received, but the competition in this market is just so steep. But a game like MultiVersus, where it is an engaging and easy to get into fighting game, and you do have so many well-known characters from so many famous IPs, it is going to have a little bit of an easier time, but a little bit is not going to get you to, you know, the finish line in terms of it being sustainable for a lengthy period of time, so we'll see how it turns out. Lastly, I do want to note, Atomic Heart downloadable content, Annihilation Instinct, will launch for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC on August the 2nd. Publisher Focus Entertainment and developer Mutliversus have officially announced. They also did announce this is going to be free, a new Game Plus mode designed to test skills and enhance experience. It was noted for more player happiness, the new Game Plus mode has now been made available for free, along with the latest update in the most difficult game mode yet. Players will need all of their previously unlocked skills and arsenal to deal with the strongest enemies Atomic Heart has ever unleashed, thanks to their new specific resistances and attack effects, which will be reflected in the different colors of the enemy's aura. That is available free right now. Then you do have the downloadable content that'll be a paid piece of content. Continue the story in the downloadable content, Annihilation Instinct, and learn what happened to the dystopian world after the climax of Atomic Heart. Prepare to embark on a journey through the new mind-bending complex and its surrounding swamps and discover the truth about Nora as Major P3 is pulled back into Facility 3826. Now, Atomic Heart is a game that saw a pretty decent reception. If you go on Metacritic, Atomic Heart saw a pretty decent reception. It's a 73 on Xbox Series, a 75 on PlayStation 5, and a 70 on PC, I believe. So around the 70 range is a fairly decent reception. Now, I played Atomic Heart. I'm gonna be real, I did not like this game. It's just a game that the dialogue was way too goofy to me. Like, I can deal with a little bit of goofiness, but like the goofiness has to land, especially with the environment Atomic Heart has. I just thought it was like super nonsensical, and I just did not enjoy the game. I can understand how some people like the goofiness. I know some people just turned the dialogue off or like muted the game and then just played through the game. Because the gameplay does have some fun and enjoyment out of it, but for a $70 game, oh no, 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 do not be spending $70 on Atomic Heart. Now, for PC and Xbox players, it was available on Xbox Game Pass, and as, you know, a part of a $10 monthly subscription service, totally fine. Atomic Heart's that type of game that in a $10 a month subscription service, okay, yeah, play through it, but 70 bucks on PS5? Oh, no, 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 that's just not gonna fly, and, you know, you can find the game on sale, and if you can find it for $20 to $25, it might be a decent pickup, especially if you like first-person games, if you like first-person shooters, and you like games that, you know, it is a bit fast-paced. There's definitely enjoyment to be had out of the game. It's just one that I'm not going to be really muting games when I play them, and the dialogue definitely pushed me away, and just, it was not my cup of tea, to say the least. But new Game Plus mode available now. If you find the game at 20 bucks, you know, it might be a decent pickup. Would not be spending, you know, $50 to $70 on it. Absolutely not. 20 or less, 25 or less, let's say. I think it could be a decent pickup, but that'll do it for me. Again, MultiVersus shutting down for the year. It will be back in 2024 with its official launch. Dead Cells coming to PS5. Remember, on Plus Extra, so you'll be able to play it that way. And Atomic Heart DLC Annihilation Instinct drops August 2nd. Free update with New Game Plus out now. Also, Dead Cells, obviously a free upgrade, but that's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.